What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Noah and I am an alcoholic. And I have to admit that to my innermost self. And so that's why I start videos that way. Because if I forget that, I will convince myself that I can try to drink successfully, which is, of course, the obsession of every single alcoholic. I was reflecting on the last time I drank. And what happened that last time I drank? Why did I get sober after that? And what's interesting about that, and I want to just share that with you in case it can relate to you, in case you're struggling to get sober or stay sober or wondering about getting sober. The last time I drank was not a crazy night of drinking. I mean, I got wasted like I always do. And it was sad and lonely like it became towards the end. But getting sober for me didn't come on the heels of some major horrible event. It didn't come on the heels of a DUI, for example. It didn't come on the heels of a lost marriage. It didn't come on the heels of some bar fight or on the heels of some major catastrophe. I speculate that the last night I drank was me drinking in spite of all those things. Last time I drank was like I'd been through a week of hospitalization. I'd drunk driven and been caught by my wife multiple times. I felt the pain of stomach ulcers and physical withdrawal and anxiety and panic and suicidality, the loss of productivity. I'd had major drinking events, things that are like clear cut, things you can't deny, that genuinely speak to danger, true danger about my drinking. And then that last night of drinking on April 10th, I think what it was like a culmination of everything I'd been through not being a good enough reason for me to stop drinking. I just drank anyway. So that last night, I had stomach ulcers that I was dealing with. My body was really struggling because I'm a beer drinker. I like drinking beer because I like drinking, and to me, I could just continuously drink more and more beer. And so that very last night, I remember being at my wit's end, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I was not doing well, but I stuck to my ritual anyway. And I went to the store and bought like 5 or 6 25-ounce Bud Light Platinums. Maybe more. And I waited till my wife went to bed, like I always did. And I proceeded to get drunk alone, which is how I preferred to drink at the end. And I remember my heartburn was so bad at that point. My body was giving me so many signs of struggle that I had to like hold my breath and quickly slam the first couple after my wife went to bed, just to try to override the pain I was in, just to get my buzz. And I sat there drunk, watching a movie or turning on something on the TV that I knew I'd forget. And I think it just overwhelmed me that this was going to be my life. Maybe my doom or my end was going to be this really drawn out, sad, painful, depressive, anxious demise. Maybe my end was going to be long and torturous with alcohol. Because if I could drink over the things I'd already experienced and still drink with them, it's like, what's to say that this isn't going to just be this long, slow, horrible process? And I think I thought about that. I think it just hit me. Like, if you don't get out now, maybe you won't have a chance to. The point I'm trying to make is the last time drinking was nothing special. It was just the same night I'd had a million times over and over again. And I saw it as I thought it was going to end up being a night that I would likely experience many times over, only things were just going to get worse. I was going to lose my marriage. I was going to lose my financial security. I was already losing what little mental stability I had. I was just a lonely dude who preferred to get drunk alone after his wife went to bed. so that I could feel okay for a second before starting the next day. Living to drink, drinking to live. And the reason I wanted to attempt to relay how mundane, simple, and sad my last night of drinking wound up being is because we never know when we're gonna when enough's enough, and we never know if we're gonna have that chance. Because I've been trying actively to get sober for a few months building up to that night, and my drinking had gotten worse and more intense. But all that is to say that I'm willing today, and I'm changed for today, and I'm grateful, and I have a completely different life than I had 133 days ago. It didn't take a DUI for me, although I would have eventually got one. It didn't take the loss of my marriage, although I would have eventually lost it. It didn't take hospitals and penitentiaries. I would have eventually got there. I'd already gotten hospitalized because of the drinking. It didn't take a full-blown breakdown again. I just one day was done. And if you're wondering if you'll ever be willing to get sober or look at this, just know that if you just keep exploring it, keep fighting, and stay brave and try to stay alive whilst you explore, you too might be lucky enough to just one day have enough and just surrender. It doesn't always take an extreme bottom to get sober. That's the message. I had extreme situations, but when I actually got sober, it was just another night of getting drunk alone. And I finally had enough, and I don't know why. I mean, I can look at the paperwork and understand why, but I'd continued to drink. I had continued to drink in spite of ... forever. Why I was finally done, I don't know. I just was. And I pray I stay done one day at a time forever. I wouldn't trade the life I have today for anything. You could offer me $1 million cash right now to go have one drink, and I would not take it. You could offer me $10 billion. I would not take it. Because I have no idea that if after that first drink I would ever see myself again. My real self. It takes a stroke of luck, willingness, humility, God, pain, destruction. It takes a lot for an alcoholic like me to get sober. I've been through a lot in my 20s, my teens and 20s to get to a point where I, for whatever reason, am sober. And the pain, the misery, the depression, all the stuff I was headed for, nothing would be worth it, because I can't with confidence tell you that once that alcohol hits my lips, I would come back. I don't know. I may never come back, and I may die an alcoholic death one way or another, whether it be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically in the form of, like, I don't know what, driving accident. It's fast. I don't know. And it's a reminder to hold on, treasure, and work hard once you do have that willingness, because it's fleeting without work. So if you're one of those people that's waiting for an extreme bottom, you don't have to. You really don't. It's coming, and you don't have to wait for it. You can choose someone else's bottom. You can get free now. You can be willing to believe that there could be a life out there waiting for you that's unlike anything you could ever imagine, which is what mine is today. Today, I wake up with peace of mind, with energy. I wake up with hope in my heart. I'm productive. I have real serenity, organic serenity that I do work very hard for. My life's not perfect, but when I compare it to what it felt like to be trapped like that, drinking, oh my God, it's a million times better. I can't believe I'm free for today. And when I do feel that peace of mind, when I do feel that clarity, when I am just okay in my own skin, when I'm not constantly trying to get something or go somewhere or be somewhere else, there's no blowback for it. It's mine. It's just mine to keep. And there was so much blowback with my drinking. The isolation, the lies, the wasted money, the manipulation, my body, my self-esteem was in the tank. I mean, for the little relief I was getting at the end of my drinking, because drinking worked for me for a long time till it didn't, but once it turned on me, oh, that was heartbreaking. The blowback was huge. The consequences were huge, be the mental, emotional, physical, you name it. They were catastrophically big at the end, and they were only getting worse. And now it's like, to not wake up hungover and in terror, to be out at an event and not worry about who's noticing how much I'm drinking, to actually want to go to bed with my wife because I don't want her to interfere with my drinking, just to be present in my own life and to have hope for the future again. Oh man, it's crazy. So That's what happened the last night of my drinking. A lonely alcoholic just got wasted one last time, and that wound up being the last time I drank. And God willing, it's going to be the last time I ever drink. I don't know that, but I pray. And I'll work hard every single day and do as I'm told to protect this gift I have, because it is a gift. And I've transitioned from sobering up to avoid consequences, that mindset. I've transitioned to sobering up and working a recovery program because of all the incredible opportunities and gifts, the rewards, the beauty of it all. Not just to not be in pain, but to be stepping into an experience in life I didn't realize I could have. And I'm having it today. It's hot in this car, so I'm starting to sweat. I hope that video made sense. My heart was speaking to me. I just wanted to share that with you. And I'll finish with saying, I want you here and need you here, whether you're a drinker, whether you're not, whether you want to be sober, whether you don't, whether you're a relapser like I was, or you've got 10 years of sobriety, whether you'll never get sober. I don't stand on a pedestal. I'm not saying everyone needs to be sober oh God, no. Like, if I could drink successfully, be my best self, be doing well, and be a regular, normal, safe drinker, oh, of course I would be. I just couldn't. And so I want to share openly about that in case there's other people that need to know so that they can empower themselves to make a different choice. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to hear from your stories. Please share in the comments below if you relate, if you understand, just anything, experience, strength, hope, anything at all. And just know that you're wanted and needed here regardless of your background or what you're up to. I don't feel better or worse than anybody. I'm just sharing my story. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this car on because holy crap, it is really freaking hot in this car now. I'm sweating bullets, can you see? Yeah, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.